What's up, y'all? I'm doing another come session with me style of video. We're at the same place as last time, but this time we're trying out the Ronin trucks. You'll remember that I was borrowing some Bear Smokies before. Now we've got the Ronins, and I think they're the new generation Ronins. I'm really not well versed on anything about Ronin trucks, models, history, anything like that. I feel like I have a decent understanding of the geometry, the queen pin, the slop stopping, and you know how that's effective and how it's made a very, very capable race truck. But I'm excited to get it under my feet. Now, admittedly, did have a session, like a midnight session last night, skating some city streets, doing some really low angle pre-drift style lines. And they're pretty interesting for that, though I was having some issues with my rear torque block moving and my brake soles on my last pair of shoes finally bit the dust, and so my foot was slipping pretty hard. Now we've got on some freshies. These are Nike Blazers, probably the only skate shoe that'll ever do downhill in. This is specifically the SB version. You want to make sure you get the Nike SB Blazers if you're going to get them, because they're designed to hold up to the trials of skateboarding. You know, they're not the Blazer fashion shoes. Yeah, I was thrilled with the last pair. They lasted me forever with a set of free brakes on them. And so we've got another pair, brand new. I didn't even wear them. I put the free brakes on them right away, and really did a careful job applying them right. I'm pretty proud of myself. The specs of these Ronins are 45-degree front, 20-degree rear. The rear base plate's actually a 35, so I have it wedged 15 degrees. And then the width, you'll see they're kind of wide, at least for modern race trucks. I think they're sitting at 135. The rail match is pretty good with my 9.25 custom Zenit board. Rail match is really nice. We can see here we've got a little torque block. This is originally one of the prototype downhill urethane concave implants. I think it was the medium wedge or the small wedge. But Max Caps for a long time has been based out of Indianapolis, Indiana, which is only a 2-hour drive from Cincinnati, Ohio. So he would hook us up at a lot of local events with a lot of that product. So this is what I've been using for a long time. It's got a lot of that classic orange color from the UV degradation of the urethane, but it's kicking. I also cut it up a while ago into different pieces. It's been on a lot of boards in a lot of different places. I kind of love it. I don't like when my gear's all freshly clean. I like it to get a little scratched up. You'll also notice we are on the green Quay Killers. Last time we were here, I was on the white Quay Killers, and I had, if you watched that far into the video, oh, this is a good reminder for me to do YouTuber things. If you like this video, it's a long video. If you like it, then YouTube will show it to you later. I get rambly, I go on for a long time. I know a lot of you use my videos like podcasts, which I think is pretty awesome. But yeah, if you get distracted, whatever, drop the like on it now, and then YouTube will make sure it pops it in your recommendations again so that you can finish it out. And then subscribe. Got a lot of cool reviews on the way. I've been slowly editing my Don't Trip Downhill Sybin review, so that one is really close to coming out. I've been really, really happy with those trucks lately, which is a big opinion change. So I've got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about there. But what was I talking about? Yes, on the green Killers. So in my last video here, see if I can mount you up right there. That's nice. That's good for me. Save my weak little arms. My last YouTube video here, I was skating the white Quay Killers, 75A. These green ones are 77. I don't know why, but I've always had this feeling about these that I really was gonna not like them. I love how soft the 75A killers are. I love how those feel, how they slide, the grip that they have. And I just worried that the 77A was gonna be too hard, that it was gonna be uncomfortable to push around, that it was gonna, you know, not have the grip I want, or it was gonna, I've also heard about different Quay killers, particularly the green free killers, being just chatter monsters, like they don't slide smooth. I've been really impressed with these wheels. I'm excited to update my Quay killer review. You'll know that that was one of the first big reviews I put out on this channel, and it's time to update that since I've skated another 75A killer set, and now I'm skating these 77s. Thank you, Julia, for hooking me up with these. These wheels weren't working for her, and so she was kind enough to let them go, and I'm really happy because they're really working for me, and I think they're gonna be great at a spot like this. Let's dive into this first run, see what's going. I don't have the selfie stick today, so none of that. You know, that session really wasn't working out for me. Sometimes you just gotta know when to call it. Whether you're not feeling it in your body, or your skating is just all over the place, or the conditions are scary, or you're making mistakes and you don't know why. Sometimes you just gotta shut down the session so you can make sure you skate tomorrow. This is something I share with a lot of the people that I meet, like in public parks like this, pedestrians. One of the mantras I share is that, you know, I'm skating so that I can skate well today and tomorrow and next week and next month, next year, and every day for the rest of my life. So I'm not gonna blow it by making a dumb, risky decision today. You know, I don't think we need to tuck today. Road's running pretty fast. It's really slippery. You know, the heat on this super chunky pavement's usually pretty brutal. See if we can get a decent line into this turn. There's a truck in the way. Barrel. Wheels are a little icy here. I can feel my front foot. I'm not really sticking on it. I'm really I know it's folding over as I'm initiating the slide. I don't know if that's a flexibility thing, and that I'm still warming up. It'll take a second to get it down. You know, the short wheelbase is really great when I'm, you know, pretty consistently on my board, but I've had a few days off and it's hard to get the feeling back. So the concrete and the green killers are a really viciously aggressive combo. I'm not sure how many of you tried to slide on concrete before, as opposed to, you know, asphalt, but it can be a real ball buster. And then you combine that with all the shitty debris. You know, I brought a broom with me. I tried to sweep up as best I could, but on that toe side, you can see I go really outside. I used more of the road than I thought I would, and I blasted into some shit. Lost that traction on the back foot, or at least on the back truck. Lost my back footing, and then just had to slide to a stop. That was when I knew I had to throw in the towel. I had previously done the 2 heel side hairpins, even though I may have presented it in a different order of operations. I did the heel side line twice, trying to get that perfect. That's when I blasted my shin, and then I decided I would just fuck it, let's finish out the run, and then messed up the toe side. You know, those conditions are not the kind of conditions I want to be trying out a new setup, you know, trucks that are unfamiliar to me. You know, this 45/20 angle split on the Ronins, on this especially short wheelbase, seems to be a little bit prone to oversteer. It's something I've been really enjoying about the don't trips, is that, you know, I can fine tune them, you know, down to the angle to get the oversteer and understeer properties that I want. That's not saying I can't with these. I mean, I've got a 15-degree wedge on the back of them, but it's a little more tedious, and it's not so much I'm able to tweak it on the hill type of thing. You guys know how long it takes to undo trucks. Considering we haven't gotten a really comfortable run yet, I don't think I need to be tucking or going all the way to the top of this hill. So let's go a little bit slower, really take our time, make sure we get the line, really feel out the trucks on the edge of traction. Yeah, that was rough. Really fighting for grip. Holy shit. It's a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit scary. You know, admittedly, I don't have many goals for my skating today. It's been one of those weeks where you just feel a little stiff, a little rusty every session. And so I'm just, you know, spending some time at one of my favorite places to skate. It's really nasty, really rough here. But I know if I can get comfortable here, it always boosts my confidence everywhere else I go. A spot that regularly puts you out of your comfort zone. It's really one of the ways that I progress the fastest. But also that could be a hindrance, you know, if you're skating spots that are above your level, you're constantly in survival mode. That's also going to hinder your progress because you're not going to get a chance on the hill to think about your technique. Fortunately, this hill's always been in a position where I can think about my technique and I can think about the hill and manage both pretty evenly. I don't have a lot of comment for how the Ronins are feeling here. They're a little drifty, a little slippery, but also that is just a characteristic of this pavement on a hot day. You know, they're 135 millimeters. These Plum Alphas in particular, man, they really want to they really want you to stand up on them. Really push them down into the pavement, get all the leverage you can onto those lips. And the wider your trucks are, just the harder that is. I almost can't feel the edge of traction. You know, if I had to form some kind of conclusion about Ronin so far, is that they're just not as easy to get used to as other trucks. I think they take a little more time, a little more effort, a little more thought to get set up properly. And there's a lot of trucks out there, at least nowadays, that are feeling good for people out the box. Last run's left-hander got interrupted by a car, so I had to do that shutdown. Hookup was pretty violent. Well, that is characteristic of me having bad form, so see if we can get a little redemption run. I do have to drop in blind, so I can't take these two mini hairpins like I wanna. Should still be fun though. Let me tell you, it's been a while since I've been on Cincinnati roads in this heat. It's been a while. Whew, these wheels are sliding forever. Lines I used to be able to count on taking, I really just can't. The Ronins feel really good tuck leaning. That's part of what I hoped to feel coming out to this spot. Hard to do that on the Chunder road because your feet are getting thrown every second. But yeah, no, feeling real good on tuck leans. Struggling with form today, really struggling. You'll see in all my slides I'm really rolling my front foot over, not getting the right weight on it. I'm getting stuck on the back foot. I've not been skating often enough over the last couple of weeks for me to definitively say that that's, you know, me getting used to the Ronins. I wonder if I had on my don't trips, it'd be the same story. You know what? I think we'll wrap it on this run. I'll keep skating these and try to give you my final thoughts. That was a good one. That was one we've been looking for. Getting a feeling for that tuck lean. I think I should have stayed tight on that and I didn't. I'll take it back from you before the hairpin.
Oh, you want me to hold this thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hi, first time I've ever held a camera. I don't know what to do with it. All right, I'll take it back.
As I edit this video and eat my beans, I think it's time I owe y'all a conclusion on these Ronins, where some of my final thoughts from this short experience with them. They're undeniably good trucks. I can feel that they're rock solid. I really didn't question their stability once, didn't question the way that they cornered, slid. Only thing I ever questioned was myself. They are distinctly different than a lot of the other trucks that I've been trying lately. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Well, but it is interesting. I don't know if I would have had an easier time had I come from riding, you know, Paris Savants, which is before I had my Don't Trip Downhill Sibens, these guys. Before I had these, I was skating Savants. Would I have had an easier time transitioning to those trucks if I was coming from my Savants to those instead of, you know, coming from my Savants to these? I felt that these trucks are pretty easy to transition to. They really didn't give me too much trouble, and I find that that's really the case with a lot of these, you know, trailing rear truck, asymmetrical front rear geometry trucks. You know, the Bear Smokies, the Zealous downhill trucks, the Rogue slaloms. They're all easy to skate out of the box, at least for me, for my style. And the Ronins aren't. I don't think they're harder to skate necessarily, but I think they just take a level of familiarity that, you know, for me, 3 sessions wasn't enough to develop. And I didn't really get to tinker with them and tune them as much as I'd like. So sorry if this is a little bit disappointing for you, but, you know, I'll never review a truck after only a few sessions. You know, a big piece of equipment like that, I like to spend a long time on before I review. I mean, my Moonshine Spirit, I didn't make a review for that until 1.5 years. The Marble 40 version 3, I didn't make a review for that until after 1 year of owning that. Yeah, I like to do it right here. And maybe if I had that full year to dedicate time on the Ronins, perhaps I'd be able to share a little more better insight for you. But for any of you who have, you know, trucks like this and are thinking about switching to Ronins because you see they're producing new batches, they're coming out with them, maybe this is the video needed to see, just to know that it's not going to be an easy switch. It's not going to be a one-to-one jump over. Oh, and the other thing is true wheelbase. The true wheelbase is so much shorter on those than these don't trips, which notoriously have a long true wheelbase. When I use the same mounting holes on that board, the wheelbase is a truly like 2 inches shorter than when I'm riding my don't trips. So, you know, all of you that watched my measurements video and I talk about Ronin has a very small true wheelbase. Yeah, that's freaking true. And I had to change where my back truck was because otherwise I'd manual if I got my weight wrong in slides. That's an exaggeration, but hope you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not the most scientific video ever. Not my greatest, most detailed work, but I hope it was a vibe. I hope you like catching it with me, and appreciate you all so much. Have a wonderful day.